for
He's
you.
a comedian.
So
I
stop
like
playing
Guess
with me.
what? It's in our policy.
It's not, bro, but you're still talking to me. I'm trying to shop. You're harassing me.
No, now you're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing.
Yes, you
I
are.
know I'm not. I have a bag in my hand.
trespassing.
I know my rights with the receipt. Is that trespassing, sir?
No.
Is it trespassing, sir? I'm asking another educated black man who looks educated. Is it trespassing to have, if I'm shopping, is shopping trespassing?
You know, that's a bad situation because it might on the surface appear to be, small. But I'm here to tell you that there have been examples of security officers in malls who have choked out patrons to death. To death. I seen a video of a black man who had two security officers sitting on his back. He's on the floor of the mall. And they choked him out to death. The man died. No charges. No charges. So that might appear to be, and you hear me giggling here and there because I've got authority in the mall. Did you see the video? This dude is like 5'1". Can you say Napoleonic complex? These little dudes with their little mentalities and their little feelings. You give him a badge, you give him a little bit of authority. He's like Cartman. You will respect my authority. I would have laughed at dude too. Could you imagine? You're in that situation. Okay, you want me to leave? I'm on my way walking out. And this man tells you he's going to take your phone and break it. My first impulse would be, I'd like to see you do it. Do it. Come take this phone and break it. Later in the video, they follow the man outside of the Tri-County Mall. Once he gets outside, they want to arrest him. I'm not making this up. So they spend 7 or 8 minutes trying to convince him to leave. He finally leaves, and when he gets outside, they want to detain him for Springfield police. Let me tell you why. For the entertainment value. They want the police to show up and arrest him and mace him, and they want him to struggle, slam his face down the hood of the car, stand around like a big guy with the police officers. This is the George Zimmerman mentality all over again. And because there's been so many, this is just my viewpoint. It's because there's been so many caught on camera moments where you see police officers like the George Zimmermans and vigilantes getting away with it. You got these little men, these little listen. You got these little mentalities, and they want to flex. I told you to leave. I've got another clip when the security officer, calls for backup, and a dude even smaller than him shows up. You're leaving now, screaming and yelling. Wait a minute. What's his offense? He was sagging his pants. He pulled his pants up. He complied. That lead officer who you heard there talking about, I'm going to take your effing phone. He needs to be fired. He's not mature enough to be a security officer. That situation, in my opinion, from what I caught on the video, because you know what they're going to say. Well, you didn't happen. See what happened before the video. The same tactics that we hear from law enforcement. That officer should have been doing everything that he could to quell the situation, to bring it down. Okay, I told you pull your pants up, you pull your pants up. All right, bye. Why don't you go catch some shoplifters? How about that? Who's in charge of security? I mean, and I'm sure not every little dude's got a Napoleonic complex, but listen, you give a little dude with a Napoleonic complex a little bit of authority, they go too far. They want to prove to the world that I'm going to be taken seriously. This is crazy. This is crazy. And at some point, you can hear this young man, he's sort of appealing to other individuals, other patrons. That man was a paying customer at Tri-County Mall. I'm not sure what store he went into. He was a paying customer, receipt and all. And I can understand you saying, listen, it's time for me to leave. Okay, it's time for me to leave. But why are you cursing? Whose child do you think I am? You don't have to curse at me. You want me to leave? I'll leave. I made my purchase. I'm out the door now. And you're going to arrest me I'm sorry, I'm not letting no security officer in no mall arrest me. You're not a real law enforcement officer. If you touch me, that's like abuse, basically. You subject to anything happening to you. That's how I'm looking at it. Now, here's what I got to tell you. Tri-County Mall is private property. You can be asked to leave at any moment for any time. Did you know that? For any reason. At the moment in which they ask you to leave, that is trespassing. Let's be real here. You need to understand what your rights are and your rights are not. So what does that mean? That you have the right to shop there, or you have the right to shop somewhere else where even if there's an issue, even if there's a disagreement, you're treated like a patron. You're treated with some respect. I think the crux of the issue is the anti-sagging policy. That's the crux of the issue. I believe it's culturally and racially biased. Straight up. And I'm reading that the Justice Department just told the good folks down in Carolina that their anti-transgender in public bathrooms policy basically is a violation of civil rights, which I agree with. How is this any different? Ponder it, okay, meditate a bit, tell me what you think. My name is Nathan Ivey. This is the Nathan Ivey Show. A quick pause and we'll be right back.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. 1 more if you're not physically active. Another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes. Another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger. 2 if you're very overweight. And 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cold time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
My friends, we are living in the last days of common sense. Welcome back. Today is Thursday, May 5th, 2016. And shout out to Deanna. She just sent me a direct message. She actually contacted the good folks out at Tri-County Mall. And I would urge you to do the exact same thing. See, here's an example of where you can use social media to try to make a change in your own neighborhood. And you have to make a decision for yourself. If you believe that top flight security of the world, Craig, officer overreacted, overstepped his boundaries, then what you need to do is let the good people that's running things out of Tri-County Mall know. And I'm going to follow Deanna's suit on this. And she got a response. I'll read it to you. Shout out to Deanna this morning. She writes, Hi, Deanna. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. We are aware of the recording and have escalated the issue to our security director. The officer in question is currently suspended pending investigation. Well, that gives me some small satisfaction, but will he be suspended and then get all the back pay back and get his job back? Here's a great example of how you can use social media, Tri-County Mall, they got, guess what? Facebook page. Go to their Facebook page and leave a message. Okay? I'm not telling you what to say, but if you're inclined to do so, okay, this is something you can do right here, right now. And I guarantee you that it will have an impact. I guarantee you it'll have an impact because the good folks at Tri-County Mall are in the business of making money. And they're not going to let some security officer mess with their bottom line. They need to hear. I'll put it this way. I guarantee you, again, there are folks out there, no matter what law enforcement does, they will allow law enforcement to pass. I guarantee you that they're going to receive hundreds of messages from people saying that, hey, that officer should not be suspended. He did the right thing. He did the right thing. Pull your pants up. Pull your pants up? Come on, folks. But again, these are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Do you believe that this was harassment? Do you believe that the officer should have, or that the man in question should have conducted himself in a different manner? You tell me. I want to hear your honest thoughts about it. This is nuts. And follow the man all the way out of Tri-County Mall. Now, what I'm thinking is, if I was a grifter, if I was a con man, right? If I was in there trying to shoplift, while they're messing with this dude for nothing, that's a great time to go in here and get me some clothes. Yeah, big money. Because they're distracted. Okay, for an honest patron, he purchased, had the receipt, the whole 9 yards. He said he was in there buying some clothes for his son. Don't you want to promote fatherhood among black men? That's a positive thing. Okay? I believe that officer got caught up in his feelings. I'm authority. I've got authority here. You got authority.
Guess what? I have authority in this mall.
Right, but
He's got authority in the mall. And, you know, it's hard to judge a book by its cover, but I'm looking at this little fella like, probably been bullied his whole life. The black kids at high school probably bullied him. You know what I'm saying? Probably living with moms. Okay, he's probably the Call of Duty champion of the Midwest. Okay, he wants to feel like a big man. His goal is to do 15 push-ups one day, all in a row with no stopping. And he goes to work every day with a chip on his shoulder. You're going to push me around? I've got authority. A more mature security officer would have handled that in a much different way. Okay? A much more mature individual, more secure in themselves, would have handled that situation in a much different way. It doesn't have to go down like that. It doesn't have to go down like that. A lot of folks are talking about Kevin Johnson. Of course, he ran for city council back in 2013. It came to my attention last night that he was arrested for, I think he was charged with trafficking cocaine, moving weight. And I do not know Mr. Kevin Johnson. I believe I've met him several times. I believe we're actually Facebook friends. And I believe I've set him out, you know, when you're doing local radio and whatever, you run into a lot of different people. And I do remember his platform. I went to his website last night. Listen, local media, they're all over this. They love to see a brother fall. Just being honest with you. Love to see a brother fall. But, you know, I don't know the particulars. Apparently, he was pulled over, routine traffic stop. I'm telling you, those routine traffic stops, woo, how many people get caught up with a routine traffic stop? If you know you're riding dirty, you might want to make sure that you don't have a tint on your windows. You might want to make sure that you don't have a busted turning light, brake lights not out. I mean, you might want to work on these things. You want to if you're riding dirty, you might want to make sure that you are adhering to all of the laws, the traffic laws. From what I'm reading, they pulled Mr. Johnson over, suspended license. That's a no-no. That just gives them more provocation to go through your car, which, as I understand, they did, and they found, wait. And so now he's charged with trafficking. I mean, it's just not a good look. Not a good look. And now all the people associated with Mr. Johnson are like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. He cool with me. We had lunch once or twice, but I don't know nothing. And I